Overnight, law enforcement agents remained posted outside Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. Less than 24 hours earlier, 58-year-old Ryan Wesley Routh taken into custody after an apparent assassination attempt on the former president's life.
U.S. Secret Service personnel opened fire on a gunman located near the property line.
That response now being commended by law enforcement and security experts. Doug Coons, a former FBI agent in the Midwest and now CEO of Veracity IIR, calls it night and day from what happened about 9 weeks ago.
You know, a gun barrel is not very big, and to scan up and down that fence line and see that sticking out was quite an accomplishment. And, they did a great job on this.
As the suspect took off, authorities say he ditched an AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks, and a GoPro camera at the scene. Kuhn says, given the alleged weapon and device attached, it speaks even more to what the Secret Service response may have prevented.
400 or 500 yards away is a long way, but it's still a makeable shot, especially if you have a good weapon with the optics.
Authorities were able to make a quick arrest thanks to a vigilant witness, license plate readers, and agencies in multiple counties working together. Taking the suspect into custody, however, just the first step in what Kuhn says can be expected to be a complex investigation.
But there's a lot to do.
Kuhn says investigators will do a deep dive into the suspect's recent movements, his communication devices, and interview just about anyone and everyone he's connected to. Part of the quest for answers will be to learn of any potential ideologies or motivation, political or otherwise, because right now anything else is purely speculation.
How did that person know to be there at that moment? How long was he there? Was he just camped out and that was a target of opportunity?
All things Kuhn says agents with the FBI leading this investigation will be asking. The accused gunman isn't a stranger to law enforcement, reportedly barricading himself in a North Carolina business during an hours-long standoff in 2002. Routh has convictions for possessing a weapon of mass destruction, driving without a license, hit and run, and stolen goods. In 2022 and 23, Routh speaking with various outlets, including Newsweek, about his travels to Ukraine to fight in the war against Russia and to recruit Afghan soldiers that fled the Taliban.
Question as far as why I'm here, to me, a lot of the other conflicts are gray, but this conflict is definitely black and white. This is about good versus evil.
As the probe continues, Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris are moving forward with their campaigns. Election Day less than 8 weeks away. Now, social media posts from the suspect indicate he was once a voter for Trump but no longer supports the former president. Meantime, House Speaker Mike Johnson told Fox and Friends he'll be demanding more protection for Trump. The GOP speaker was reportedly on his way to visit the former president Sunday when everything happened. He did visit with him afterward and told Fox News he was in good spirits. Back to you.
All right, Courtney, thank you. And President Biden says this incident shows the Secret Service needs more help.
He addressed that briefly this morning.
Thank God the president's okay. I think we got a full report so far. We're down there tonight. But one thing I want to make clear, the service needs more help. And I think the Congress should respond to their needs if they in fact need more services. So that's what we're going to be talking about.
In an earlier statement, the president said he directed his team to ensure that the Secret Service has every resource, capability, and protective measure necessary to ensure the former president's safety.
And we will continue to update this developing story throughout the day's newscast and, of course, at WGNTV.com. You can also download the free WGN News app.